live session. I'm Victoria Field with my co-host Dom D'Agostino and Dr. Angela Puff. Hey guys, how are you?
Hey Victoria, we're doing well.
Hey.
I'm doing
Good to hear it. Sorry for those of you who were expecting us to jump on at 3 o'clock. We had some issues there, but we're here now. That's all that matters. And we've got a lot of great, exciting things to talk about. Today happens to be Cyber Monday, and we just launched virtual tickets to Metabolic Health Summit 2022, which is a huge deal for us. The first time ever we're offering a virtual option. And we're also simultaneously running a Black Friday sale, 20% off. It was going to go just to the end of today, but we are extending it through the end of the month. So you can use the code Black Friday and get a great deal, save like over $150 on our in-person general admission ticket. So head on over to our website, use that code. You have until tomorrow midnight to use it. So we just extended that, really excited. But let's dive into some of these, the features of our virtual platform. We've kind of talked about it here and there, but we're finally launching it, and it's going to bring some really great things to the attendees of MHS. Angela, you want to talk a little bit about what we're going to be offering through this thing?
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, this is the first year we've done a virtual side to MHS, and Victoria and Dom and I, we've spent a long time comes out nowadays, and they can do really incredible things. You know, I remember kind of pre-pandemic virtual events were definitely kind of like,
I think you're cutting out just a little bit.
You're back. Sorry. Okay.
You're back.
But I was just saying, like, the way that virtual events can happen now, they're totally integrated, which is really cool. So the platform that we've chosen to use for MHS virtual event is going to really allow people who are not able to be there in person to experience pretty much everything that an in-person attendee is going to be experiencing at MHS. So, you know, aside from all the standard stuff like questions and actually hop in to submit your questions live from wherever you are around the world. You can kind of roam through a virtual where you can see exhibitors like our in-person attendees are interacting with. You can schedule one-on-one video meetups with them to talk about, you know, learn about their organizations or their companies, their products, and that kind of cool stuff. You can also communicate in real time with other virtual attendees and also in-person attendees. So you can schedule one-on-one video chats with anyone who's attending MHS. And really just make it kind of feel like you were there. We even have this really cool lounge option where we'll have little lounges that are set up on the virtual platform, and it's kind of like replicating if you were to just happen to sit in the lobby and someone walked by and they set a chair near you and you just kind of get to chatting. These lounges are kind of designed for like a few people to pop into a room at the same time casually, just to get to know people, which is really cool. And then we're even going to be kind of hosting a virtual version of our scientific poster session through the virtual platform as well. So you'll get to check out the posters and actually chat with the scientists as well to hear from them about their research. So, I mean, we're really excited because I think it's just, you know, making MHS accessible.
Did Angela cut out for you, Dom? I think
cool, and it's thrilled to have this virtual side this year.
I think we cut the last part.
Did I cut out again?
That's okay. It's exciting that we do have this option for sure, and it just means we're going to reach so many more people, which is really, really great. And you're talking about the scientific poster session, which is one of my favorite parts of Metabolic Health Summit, just because you get to see unpublished research from around the world and connect with some really interesting people. Dom, you want to talk a little bit more about the session and what we're looking for in terms of, you know, obviously submissions and things along those lines?
Yeah, well, I want to say, I mean, Metabolic Health Summit was an amazing in-person event, and there's no replacement for the experience you have from an in-person event, but it looks like we're pretty close to that. And the virtual event also has a lot of different features that will be of benefit. So I think that provides it makes the information accessible, and I think it's about time that we provided the digital education, and I think people really want that, and I think it's a great way to expand the educational outreach platform of MHS. So I'm like super excited about that. Also super excited about the scientific poster session. So we're going to have basic science research. We're going to have clinical trial research. If you're a student, if you're a doctor, PhD, MD, not a doctor, just an enthusiast for this, we can cover case reports. If you're really passionate about science and you want to present, the poster session deadline is in March. I forget the exact date in March, but you want to put that poster, abstract together and submit it through the Metabolic Health Summit website, and look under a poster session. I believe you can submit it under there. And we will have a poster on continuous glucose monitoring as a behavioral tool for metabolic optimization. So we're excited about that. And, I think that's all I have to say about that now. And kind of, as hopefully people will submit. If you don't, there's a lot of people that want to present. We've had a lot of speakers that have requested to present, and I would encourage our speakers that want to present, if they can't, we don't have an open spot for them to present a poster. And there's a lot more interaction at a poster session, a lot more feedback, and we're excited to see you there at the poster session, hopefully.
Yeah, absolutely. It's my most favorite part of the event, for sure. I mean, you get to grab a classic dry farm wines and kind of walk through it's inspiring. That's kind of the best way I can describe it, for sure. And as you briefly kind of touched on in terms of speakers, we've got an incredible lineup of speakers that you'll be able to catch now online as well. Getting a virtual general registration means you can watch it as it's happening, so you can actually ask questions as the speakers are up on stage. It's really, really cool. Let's talk about some of the speakers, though. Dom, do you want to cover some of the speakers that are coming out? And Angela, let's talk about some of the highlights. I mean, all of them are highlights, so.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so I'll start off. Dale Bredesen, who is a speaker in her past, he's at the Buck Institute and UCLA, the leading expert on Alzheimer's disease and Alzheimer's disease prevention and treatment with metabolic-based approaches. So we are excited to have him again and give us an update on his research. And Dr. Eric Kossoff will also be a speaker. So he's at Johns Hopkins, and it was his research with the late Dr. John Freeman that really inspired me to go down the path of the ketogenic diet. So he'll be talking about the use of the ketogenic diet and the modified ketogenic diet, and just an update on this as the pediatric.
You got a live video.
Sorry about that.
Dom's blowing up.
I had a robocall. Yeah. So Dr. Eric Kossoff from Johns Hopkins, Dr. Dale Bredesen, and we got Dr. Colin Champ. He's at Duke University. He'll be speaking about exercise, nutrition interventions for cancer as an adjuvant, and many different topics. The use of these approaches for cancer management.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we have a lot of new speakers this year, which is exciting. Oh, sorry. We have
go ahead.
several new speakers this year,
Ayla.
which is really exciting. I'm lagging, so I can't tell if anyone's still speaking or not. So we'll just try it again. One new speaker this year that I'm really excited about is Dr. Shibani Sethi Dalai. She's double board certified in obesity medicine and psychiatry, which is a really cool pairing that I don't think there's many people, who have that. kind of special, I think. She's the founding director of the Stanford Metabolic Psychiatry Clinic. And she researches optimizing brain health. She integrates low-carb nutrition and treatment of metabolic dysfunction as it applies to both obesity and mental health, which is really, really cool. So I'm excited to see her talk. Dr. Susan Masino is coming back this year. She spoke at MHS a few years ago, I think back when it was in Tampa. And Susan is a really amazing person, longtime friend of the lab. She's a professor and she's a neuroscientist at Trinity College. She has a really cool lab that focuses on brain metabolism in various aspects of brain health and disease, and specializes in things like epilepsy, autism, and pain. And then another new speaker this year is Dr. Nell Syed, and she's at Imperial College London. She is a collaborator of one of our former speakers, Dr. Adrian Scheck, another great friend of the lab. And Dr. Syed does glioblastoma research as well. So she looks at metabolic targeted therapeutics to look at glioblastoma. And so I think all three of these awesome researchers are going to really add a lot of perspective to the speaker list, and I'm really excited about them coming.
Yeah, we're also going to be announcing some new speakers as well that are going to be coming out here very soon. You can catch the complete list of speakers on our website, metabolichealthsummit.com, if you want to take a look at who's coming, what their area of expertise is, and we're actually even going to be including COVID information out at Metabolic Health Summit 2022 and have some speakers to cover some topics involving COVID and the science that we know so far. So that's going to be a very interesting topic. And we've actually been getting some questions about COVID and being an event and whatnot, what's going to be happening, what are the rules, what are the regulations. So currently, as it stands, and you can go to our website to check out the very, very latest. We have a variety of links there. But as it stands, to be able to come into MHS 2022, the state of California is requiring either vaccination or a negative test within 72 hours. So that's something to keep in mind, something we're going to talk more about as new rules and regulations kind of come out down the line. We'll definitely keep you updated. But for a list of links on, we're considered a mega event within the state of California. So for a list of links on what that means, and what to kind of expect in order to keep everybody as safe and happy as possible at MHS, make sure you go to our website and click on FAQ. You can find a ton of more than COVID information, a ton of information there that will answer any of your questions. Another question we get a lot, or recently have been asked a lot since we launched virtual tickets, is will I have access to the presentations online? I can't join the live event. I live in the UK or live in Sweden. Absolutely. We're going to be leaving presentations up and available for those who purchase a virtual ticket and for a couple of weeks. So you'll have access to watch that whenever it's most convenient for you. The other great thing is all our early bird general admission ticket holders will also have access to the virtual side as well. So you also have like a double event going on. So if you want to stay in your hotel room for one of the presentations, you can watch it on your phone. So we've kind of thought of everything, and really, really excited to kick this, I guess, hybrid, you could call it, hybrid event off. So I have to ask you guys, this is kind of a big deal for us going into virtual land. What would you say is why is this important to you, and what does it mean to you to be able to now offer this online to people? Dom, you want first?
Yeah, sure. I think, as basic research scientists, working in the field for a while and publishing, we realize that educational outreach is like super important. It doesn't really help a whole bunch of people if you're doing science and writing papers, but what really is important, probably the most important, is disseminating the science in a way that's accessible to people, high-level science, basic science, clinical research, and bring people together to discuss this and move the conversation forward. And it's really the collaborations and the networking that can happen in person and also virtually that really helps to move the field forward and really help to advance the science and the application of this. And the virtual component is just going to be, is going to catapult this into like another level. And I think that's super important that, yeah, like you said, people can attend the in-person event, but be up in their room if they have to do something and can listen along the way. And I think the digital education is really like the future to make this accessible. And I'm super excited to be part of that. You guys did a lot of work putting this together. So it's going to be like another level of MHS. So I'm super excited about that.
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, that's, very
Go ahead,
much
Angela.
along the same, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like along the same lines that I was thinking, Dom. I mean, just being able to make this accessible to so many more people. I know MHS, the live event, is a really special event, and it, there's a part of that that's hard to recreate. But being able to bring almost every aspect of that to anyone, no matter where they are or what they have going on, that's really exciting for me. And I love that, I think everyone has a lot on their plate, a lot going on, and individual schedules. So if you want to attend, but you've got something you can't get out of on this day, well, you can just skip that part and then rewatch it, because you're going to be able to relive your favorite parts of MHS, for a while on that platform. It's going to be available for a couple of weeks after the conference, which is cool. So I think just making it more feasible and practical for people to be able to attend, I think that's a great thing. So what about you, Victoria?
Yeah.
What are you excited about with this?
I think we have such an amazing just population of people who come to Metabolic Health Summit. It's just these forward-thinking, from forward-thinking physicians to just academics doing incredible work, in the trenches, to just people who want, lay people who want just a really great understanding of the bleeding edge science. It's just this, I don't know, you guys have experienced it where it's just this buzz of incredible minds in one room. So if you can open that up to a whole slew of people who may not have been able to join because maybe they couldn't travel in or whatever the case may be, I think it just intensifies that that energy around Metabolic Health Summit that we feel actually online through social media as well. We have an incredible social media presence. Oh, we lost Angela. Hopefully she'll pop back in here. Let's see here. There she is. You're back. No worries. I was just saying, you can already kind of feel that buzz that we have online through social media, like we've had in the past, because we do offer videos and up-to-date coverage, not just just of the entire event, like stuff you don't get to see maybe even on our virtual platform. We're going to be making available through social media, thanks to actually Diet Doctor, who's going to be providing that coverage this year. So I would just say it's just opening up the doors to so many more incredible minds, where we can further this movement of metabolic therapies and the latest science behind metabolic health, and really come together and figure out how to make this a bigger part of the conversation as a whole. I mean, now more than ever, right? We're in the middle of a pandemic still, and this needs to be a topic of conversation. And what better way to do it than to talk about the actual evidence and the science behind it with the people that are doing the work. So I'm just excited about the people. I just think that there's such a great energy there. And I think just opening it up to so many more who would be able to attend is going to, like Dom said, bring it up to a whole new level. So we're really, really excited. I'm excited.
And our sponsors too. I'd just like to add, the sponsors are creating the products, the digital, services, the content. For example, like with Diet Doctor, they're doing so much to make this event, the best possible, super cutting edge. And we thank, all our sponsors for their support. They make this event possible, and they provide a lot of value to the attendees. So we're excited. I'm excited to see them, all the new companies, entrepreneurs scrambling to the space. And I think it's a very ripe and fruitful area to develop a business, whether that be a food product, a supplement, digital content. There's so much that can be done in this space. So excited to see that.
And what a better place to like share some of those ideas and come up with even better and bigger ones than at a conference. And that's another cool part, is that people will be able to connect with the sponsors online too. So even if you can't attend and go to the incredible expo, you can actually see them face to face, actually still a video, like just like a Zoom with inside the platform. So it's going to be a really cool experience, I think, all around. And for those who want to check out our sponsors, you can go on our website, metabolichealthsummit.com, and take a look at the brands that we've partnered with that, like Dom said, are helps make MHS happen. So I just want to mention one more time, like, we've extended this virtual ticket and general admission ticket, just in-person and virtual sale, through the end of the month. So through November 30th, before midnight, get your tickets. This is the biggest sale of our year. Black Friday is the code, and you get 20% off. And anything else about the science or anything that's happening in your worlds, Angela and Dom, you want to mention before we sign off here?
Yeah, real quick, Angela played a big role in this in putting together an abstract for experimental biology, which hopefully will take place in Philadelphia in the spring, and it'll be on continuous glucose monitoring as a behavioral tool for metabolic optimization. And we had a great group of people at USF working on this, and got to give big props to Dr. Allison Hull at the Florida Medical Clinic. She has a wellness program, and she has done a tremendous job following these patients, wearing continuous glucose monitor, comparing them to those not wearing a continuous glucose monitor, and collecting data on behavior, on anxiety, depression, sleep, a whole host of metabolic biomarkers, and of course, continuous glucose monitoring. So all that will be presented at Metabolic Health Summit, in addition to a number of other projects we have in the lab.
Awesome. Yeah, actually, Dr. Allison Hull, this is one of the speakers that's not even on our website yet. She's going to be hosting a Still Interest Forum all on implementation of metabolic therapy. So that's going to be really incredible. I mean, just what you guys are going to be learning through that research is, I'm excited to see what happens in terms of like CGM and help you kind of stick to it, right? So we're thrilled to have her, and there's going to be a lot more speakers that we're going to be announcing soon. Thank you guys for taking time out, and everybody for watching on here. We're so excited to be finally kicking off virtual tickets, and we hope to see you all at MHS here really soon. In 5 months? 5 months, I think.
5 months.
Yep.
It's coming fast. We've got a lot of work to do. Well, thank you guys for jumping on, and thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys soon.
Bye, everyone. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.